Bethany Hamilton. Bethany Hamilton has inspired millions of people around the world. Hers is a comeback story for the ages. Back in 2003, when she was only 13, she paddled out on Halloween at Tunnels Beach with Alana, Holt and Byron Blanchard. At just after 7 in the morning, she was attacked by a 14-foot tiger shark. After the Blanchards got her to shore, Alana's father tied a tourniquet above Bethany's severed left arm with a leash, then rushed her to the hospital, where she hovered on the edges of death. Her recovery was nothing short of miraculous. Within 3 weeks, she was back in the water. Then, just 2 years later in 2005, she won the NSSA, became the national champion with one arm. Bethany, along with a very few select other surfers, have broken the barrier between famous surfer and straight-up superstar. In 2004, her autobiography became a bestseller, and in 2011, it was made into a movie, Soul Surfer. And through it all, she continued charging harder than ever. So hard, in fact, that she took home first place in the 2014 Surf and Sea Pipeline Pro. Rodney Fox. In 1963, Rodney Fox was thought of as one of the best spearfishermen in the world. That same year, during the Australian Spearfishing Championships just south of Adelaide, Fox went through one of the worst shark attacks in history. A great white shark bit him around the waist, puncturing his diaphragm, ripping his lungs, crushing his ribcage, and leaving many of his organs so exposed that when he was finally brought back to the beach, rescuers were forced to keep his wetsuit on to prevent his organs from falling out. But it didn't end after that initial bite. Before he was saved, the shark came back a second time, clamping onto his arm and dragging him down to the bottom. Fox was able to gouge the shark's eyes, forcing it to release him. Fox required about 4 hours of surgery and around 400 stitches to make him whole again. Since then, however, and this seems to be the case with many shark attack survivors, he's become something of a shark activist. He designed the first underwater shark observation cage and has become an authority on great whites. Less than a year after his attack, Fox was at the zoo when he came up with the idea for the shark cage. With it, he filmed some of the first underwater footage of great whites. After that footage ended up on the desk of Steven Spielberg, the director enlisted his help to work on the movie Jaws. Elio Canestri. Elio's story is incredibly sad. A promising 13-year-old French surfer, Canestri's life was cut tragically short when an 8-foot bull shark attacked and killed him 50 yards from shore. Despite the ban on surfing in Reunion, Elio, along with a group of friends and his surf coach, paddled out. The attack occurred just feet from his surfing partners and sparked a cry of outrage from Reunion residents. Sick of the attacks, Reunion has one of the highest shark attack rates per capita on Earth. They rallied in front of government building, calling for more stringent action. 2 years before Canestri's death, in 2013, Reunion banned surfing, swimming, and body surfing, and came up with a culling plan that included 45 bulls and 45 tigers. Surfers were to be fined if they entered the water. It was a complicated issue though, and many were against the cull, putting the government in a tough position. In 2007, Reunion was turned into a marine reserve in an effort to protect the surrounding coral reefs and to encourage more tourism. Fishing was banned, a fact which many thought was responsible for the rise in sharks and shark attacks. The Jersey Shore. In the summer of 1916, 5 shark attacks occurred in 10 days, resulting in 4 deaths. In the first 2 weeks of July, a heat wave of epic proportions blanketed the eastern seaboard, sending thousands to the coast. Up until then, shark attacks were relatively rare outside of Florida, and many researchers believe the massive influx of tourists in the ocean played a role in the attacks. Often thought to be an inspiration for the movie Jaws, the Jersey Shore shark attacks have gained a certain notoriety aptly named the real New Jersey Jaws. The first attack happened when a man named Charles Vansant was taking a swim at dusk when he was killed. Then, less than a week later, Charles Bruder fell victim to another attack which took his life as well. The last of the 3 in the spate of violence happened just north of the first 2, claiming the lives of 2 more and leaving a third in critical condition. It is still not clear what kind of shark was responsible, but most scientists believe it was either a great white or a bull shark. In the months following the deaths, the entire nation panicked. At the time, not much was known about shark attacks, and the 2-week terrifying ordeal became one of the forerunners of the hysteria surrounding sharks we see today. Since then, National Geographic Channel, the History Channel, and even the Discovery Channel have all aired documentaries about it. So that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Until the next video, goodbye.